I certainly appreciate the prayers and encouragement for our family as we major life change and transition to a season of sabbatical. I'm not very good at sabbatical. I'm not very good at rest. I've been doing a little preaching here and there. And so I think I did go about 7 weeks consecutively without teaching or preaching somewhere. And that was hard for me. As pastors in the room know, that's tough. But I'm learning to slow down. I'm learning to rest. I'm learning to trust in the Lord. We're enjoying some great family time. I'm home every night with my family. I'm off on Sundays and Mondays. And it affords me to be with you this weekend. And so I'm very blessed in doing that. I pray for our ministry at Habitat for Humanity. God's doing a great work there. And we're blessed to serve them and to be able to be used of God in my giftedness in those ways. And just pray also that as the season of sabbatical, whatever time the Lord sees fit for me to stop doing that and to start leading the church again, that God will give me wisdom. That's one of the things about being a pastor, Chad, is that it's an ever-changing variable. When you wake up, things are different. Every day it's an adventure, especially here on the bike, if you know what I mean. It's different. And I miss you guys incredibly. Every day, every week. I take many memories, and my family takes many memories with us. We're very grateful. I was telling somebody earlier, the last 4 churches I've been blessed to lead as pastor, I've been able to see God raise up their next pastor under my leadership and be able to hand it to them and to say, lead and lead with the gospel. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today, Chad. And a lot of what I'm going to be saying in my remarks is going to be focused on Chad, who's the ordained pastor soon to be in this service. Pastor Dexter is going to come and address the church as a whole and how we support and understand the authority of the pastor. And so what I want to speak about today is specifically pastor as the worship leader. The word worship means to lavish love upon. We grant worth to God. It's the picture of a puppy when you come home. Anybody a dog lover, right? Now, unfortunately, I have some cats in my office at Habitat. They call it the Habitat, right? Okay, and so we got a Habitat in the office. We have 2 of them, and they're my nemesis, right? They're just aggravating me, and they get on my mouse, of all things, on the computer. Right? And so I'm trying to do work, and the cat's on the mouse. And I'm like, get on. And they get hair everywhere, and they're aggravating. But a dog, like when you talk to the cat just looks at you with attitude. Right? Any cat lovers in here? Yeah, a couple of you. I'll pray for you. And so but dogs get worship. They get worship. They understand it because when a dog, we came home to our dogs. Brandy and Nathan's been watching our dogs for us while we've been gone, and we're about to get into our home, so we're actually taking them home with us so that we can have them at our house because we're in a rental property right now. But our dogs, when we saw them last night when we got to the island, they were excited. They heard our voice. They saw our image. And they were excited immediately what they wanted to do. They jumped up in my lap and then they started snuggling and loving on me. That's worship. That's worship. That is the picture that we get in the Bible of us lavishing our love upon God. So worship comes in many forms. It doesn't come just with singing. Actually, the pastor is the worship leader. I know sometimes we call people, well, this is our worship pastor, and this is our teaching pastor, and this is our pastor of custodial duties. I mean, I don't know. We got pastors of all kinds of stuff, and that's okay. But I think we have to get back to the biblical understanding that a pastor is the worship leader. He leads out in every area. That means that the songs that are being sung need to be sung with great solid core theology and filtered through the heart of that pastor. The prayers that are prayed, the money that is given, all of the things that happen in concert with the heart of the leader that God gave that church. And so the heart of the pastor is what I want to talk about today. And so I want to look at 1 Timothy. We journeyed when I was with you last time through 1 Timothy. And I want to remind you, this is not new stuff to you as we journey through 1 Timothy before, but the qualifications of an overseer, right, pastor, or bishop, and we would see here one who is the office of leader in the church. 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. The saying is trustworthy. If anyone aspires to the office of overseer, he desires a noble task. Therefore, an overseer must be above reproach, the husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, respectable, hospitable, able to teach, not a drunkard, not violent, but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money. He must manage his own household well, with all dignity, keeping his children submissive. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how can he for God's church, care for God's church? He must not be a recent convert, or he may become puffed up with conceit and fall into condemnation of the devil. Moreover, he must be well thought of by outsiders, so that he may not fall into disgrace, into a snare of the devil. One thing that I discovered with 20 plus years of ministry experience is that the devil sets snares. And he sets snares specifically designed for pastors. Specifically trying to captivate and take down the leader. Back in history, and I'm a student of history, I love studying history, and sometimes we see the war history, kind of how our nation came about. And we discovered that our militia was no match to the British troops, right? And so the British redcoats were doing their thing, and then our militia would hide out in the woods. And they were given a command. They said, shoot the commanding officers first. And when they started doing that, all rules of war started going crazy when the militia started shooting from the woods. They didn't line up, ready, aim, fire, and then drop that first line. It just seemed silly. It's not how you win a war. You win a war by doing the unexpected. Boy, they did. And they started shooting the commanding officers, the guys sitting in the back row, all prestigious and stuff. Well, the devil has the same plan. He starts shooting the officers in the church, starting with the pastor and his family. I've seen the target many, many times. I've seen, you ever seen these movies where they have these high-tech guns and they have a laser, right? And that laser is the red dot, and then you see it like in the movies, and they say, I got a guy beamed right on your forehead. And you're like, yeah, right. And then the red dot's on his forehead. Oh, okay, you do. And so imagine every point of influence that a pastor has, there is a new weapon pointed at him. A new weapon. So the devil sets a snare. That's no surprise to the Apostle Paul telling young Timothy on being careful about these snares. It's no surprise. He even tells us in the book of Ephesians, which this pastor was an elder in Ephesus. And so he tells us that there is a struggle, a real struggle, but our struggle is not against flesh and blood. It is against principalities and forces of this evil world. And so, Chad, I just want to remind you as worship leader of the church, you're going to have these battles, but remember the battles are not in flesh and blood. They are in the spirit realm. And though flesh and blood may be cussing you out or saying hateful things, you got to realize behind the veil, behind the scenes, backstage, there's a puppeteer that is using puppets to get at you. He's got those red laser targets coming at you. And they come in all shapes and sizes. Sometimes it'll be people close to you. Sometimes it'll be people far from you. But I guarantee you they will come.